SPY, VOO, and IVV are three of the most popular exchange-traded funds, ETFs, that track the S&P 500, which represents 500 of the largest companies in the U.S. Despite all three tracking the same index, they have subtle differences that can affect your decision when choosing the right one for your investment strategy. Let's take a closer look at each of these ETFs, their similarities and differences, to determine which one might be the best choice for you. SPY, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF, is one of the oldest and most widely recognized ETFs in the world. Launched in 1993, SPY tracks the performance of the S&P 500 index. It has an expense ratio of 0.09%, which is relatively low but higher compared to the other two ETFs on this list. SPY is very liquid, meaning it has a high trading volume and narrow bid-ask spreads, making it ideal for traders looking for liquidity. However, its slightly higher expense ratio means that over time, the cost of holding SPY might be a bit more than the other two options. VOO, the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, was introduced in 2010 and is known for its low expense ratio of 0.03%, which is among the lowest in the industry. VOO tracks the same S&P 500 index as SPY and offers the same exposure to large-cap U.S. companies. Because of its low expense ratio, VOO is generally a more cost-effective choice for long-term investors who plan to hold the ETF for extended periods. Additionally, Vanguard is known for its investor-friendly focus and customer service, which may appeal to long-term buy-and-hold investors. IVV, the iShares Core S&P 500 ETF, is another low-cost option with an expense ratio of 0.03%, identical to VOO. IVV tracks the S&P 500 index as well, so it provides the same exposure to the 500 largest U.S. companies. Like VOO, IVV is popular with long-term investors because of its cost-effectiveness. IVV has slightly lower trading volume compared to SPY, but it still offers plenty of liquidity and is backed by iShares, one of the most reputable ETF providers in the world. When comparing these three ETFs, the main differences are in liquidity, expense ratios, and the firms that manage them. SPY has the highest expense ratio at 0.09%, but it also has the largest trading volume and is the most liquid of the three. This makes it the best choice for short-term traders or anyone who needs to make quick trades. VOO and IVV, with their 0.03% expense ratio, are both excellent choices for long-term investors due to their low costs. They are managed by Vanguard and iShares, two highly respected firms in the investment world. In terms of performance, since all three ETFs track the same S&P 500 index, they tend to have very similar returns over time. The main difference in performance will come from the expense ratios. The lower the expense ratio, the better the long-term returns, all else being equal. Therefore, VOO and IVV will slightly outperform SPY over the long term due to their lower costs. Ultimately, the best choice depends on your investment goals and preferences. If you are a long-term investor looking for the lowest cost, VOO or IVV are likely the better options. However, if you need high liquidity and are actively trading, SPY might be the better choice. All three ETFs are excellent ways to gain exposure to the S&P 500, and the decision mainly comes down to factors like cost and liquidity based on your personal investing strategy.